Something a lot of people don't realize is that prior to the Industrial Revolution, which is what, a couple hundred years ago, thereabouts, most people married who they were told to marry, and you learned to love the person that you married. And since that time, marriage and romance has changed, and people typically date and marry the person they think they love. So the forms of marriage have changed significantly in the last 200 years, to the degree that we've forgotten that all the romantic writings that we've seen from the last few hundred years or few thousand years were typically written by people who were well off enough financially in order to have the time to learn how to write and had the materials with which to write things. For most of human history, relationships have been very different than they are today, and we often assume, looking back into history, that all those people before us were just like us, and they're very much not so much. Relationships between men and women were different over time, kids and their parents over time very different. And so if you ever have a time to read into the history of families, both in your own country and in other countries around the world, you'll discover that a lot of those things are very relative to when you live and where you live. And it can be an enlightening thing for you and your partner to understand that you live in a very unique time in history with so many resources available to help your relationship grow in ways that people before us probably never could have imagined. You can do this.